Not many people know this, but when a pope passes away, a bunch of secret traditions happen at the Vatican, and some of them are really amazing. What happens inside the Vatican walls at this time? Who's in charge? Is there a list of orders that are only revealed at this moment? And what happens behind the scenes at the church while the whole world waits for the next successor of St. Peter? The Vatican has a strict protocol, full of symbols and mysteries that have been followed for centuries. But there are details that few people know, and some rituals that only happen away from the public eye. Stick around until the very end, because I'm going to reveal a little-known detail about this moment, something that might change how you see the papal succession. As soon as a pope passes away, the Vatican jumps into action right away. The first step is to officially confirm the passing. But not just anyone can do this. There's a specific ritual, and it happens in a way that many people have never heard of. The Camerlengo, one of the most important figures at this time, approaches. He calls out the Pope's name 3 times. With no response, he officially declares that the throne of St. Peter is vacant. After this, one of the most important symbols of the papacy is destroyed: the fisherman's ring. This ring, worn by the Pope in official acts, is smashed with a silver hammer. This prevents any documents from being forged and symbolizes the end of that Pope's reign. At the same time, discreet messages start to circulate within the walls of the Vatican. Cardinals around the world are notified, and the Catholic world enters a period of transition with very well-defined rules. With the official confirmation, the Church enters a period called Sede Vacante. This is the name given to the time when St. Peter's throne is empty, waiting for a new successor. During this time, the Vatican continues to function, but under very specific rules. The Camerlengo becomes the highest authority in the Church during this time, but his power is limited. He can't make decisions about church teachings, appoint bishops, or change any of the Church's rules. His job is simply to run the Vatican until a new pope is chosen. Meanwhile, preparations for the Pope's funeral begin. Thousands of believers around the world gather to pay their respects, and St. Peter's Square becomes the center of attention. But behind the scenes, another movement is already starting. The cardinals are getting ready to choose the next leader of the Church, and this election is surrounded by rituals that have been followed for centuries. The Vatican goes into mourning, and the following days are marked by a solemn ceremony. The Pope lies in state at St. Peter's Basilica, where thousands of faithful line up to pay their last respects. This moment is not just symbolic, but follows protocols that have been maintained for centuries. The Pope's body is prepared and dressed in his liturgical vestments, but a little-known detail is that he's not placed in just one coffin but 3. The first, made of cypress, represents the simplicity of the Christian life. The second one, made of lead, symbolizes the solidity of faith and protects the body from decay. The third, made of elm wood, is the one that will be sealed and buried. The ceremony in St. Peter's Square is attended by religious leaders and heads of state from all over the world. After the final rites, the coffin is taken to the place where the Pope chose to be buried, often in the crypt of St. Peter's Basilica alongside his predecessors. But as the world says goodbye, inside the Vatican the focus is already on another matter: choosing the next Pope. And this is a stage surrounded by secrets and age-old traditions. With the Pope's official farewell, the Church enters its most anticipated phase, the selection of the new successor to St. Peter. This process takes place in the Conclave, a closed-door meeting where only the cardinals who can vote are allowed to participate. But before the voting, one important detail: all the cardinals take an oath of absolute secrecy. No information can leave the walls of the Sistine Chapel. Electronic devices are forbidden, and even checks are made to ensure that no one is spying on the process. The voting follows a precise ritual. The cardinals write the candidate's name on a ballot which is folded and placed in an urn. After the count, if no candidate gets the required votes, the ballots are burned with a special chemical that makes black smoke. This tells everyone that a new pope hasn't been chosen yet. If the election is successful, burning the ballots makes white smoke and the world knows a new pope has been elected. When the white smoke rises, the bells of St. Peter's Basilica begin to ring and anticipation fills the square. Minutes later, the Vatican balcony opens and one of the cardinals announces the famous phrase, Habemus Papam. The new pope is presented to the world and gives his first blessing. But there's a little-known detail about this whole thing. Something most people don't know about the changing of popes. And that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. Even though the whole ritual is full of tradition, there's a little-known detail about the transition between popes. A fact that many people don't know is that the person elected can, in theory, refuse the position. And this has actually happened in the history of the Church. The most well-known case was Cardinal Giovanni Colombo, in the 1978 conclave. He actually received enough votes to be elected, but he turned it down, saying he didn't think he was the right person for the job. The conclave continued until John Paul I was chosen. Another interesting detail is that, before appearing on the balcony for the official announcement, the new pope is asked a simple question, but one of enormous weight. Do you accept your election as Supreme Pontiff? Only after answering "I accept" is the process truly complete, and he chooses the name by which he will be called. This moment is full of symbolism and meaning, because it marks the beginning of a new papacy. But at the same time it brings a great responsibility. The Pope assumes the leadership of more than 1 billion Catholics around the world. Now tell me, did you already know these details, or did any of them surprise you? Leave your comment down below. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. And if you like Vatican secrets and fun facts, click on the video that's showing up on your screen. There's a lot of stuff that most people don't know yet. Now that you know everything that happens at the Vatican when a pope passes away, tell me in the comments, what detail surprised you the most? Did you already know about these rituals, or did you learn something new in this video? I'll be reading the comments and replying to the most interesting ones, and if this video helped you better understand the secrets of the Vatican, go ahead and give it a like because it really helps the channel and motivates me to make more videos like this. And of course, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any content about the history, the mysteries, and the traditions of our faith. And before you go, click on the recommended video on the screen. If you found this video interesting, the next one will surprise you even more. See you there. Do you want to understand the prophecies shaping the future of the world? In the ebook Catholic Prophecies, The Future of the World Revealed, you'll uncover powerful messages from the Bible, saints, and Marian apparitions. Most importantly, you'll see how they connect to the times we are living in. Don't be left in the dark. Get your copy now. The link is in the description and pinned comment.